What's going on, world? My name is KL. I'm a hip-hop artist. I was born in Zimbabwe, Africa, raised in the 5th District of the 403, and I'm here for the people. I think what separates my music from the rest of the game is the fact that I really take a different approach to the creative process. I really stop and think about every word, every chorus, every bar, every verse, and I stop and think if that's going to get directly to someone's heart or directly to someone's soul, you know. And I think usually people really try to take the time to create something that people are going to dance to or people are going to vibe to or fall in love to, and it's really not getting directly to someone's soul. So I think I really just try to create something in the creative process that's going to get directly to someone's heart. My favorite part of the entertainment business, without a doubt, would have to be performance. You know, ever since I was a child, I've always loved being on stage and receiving the attention. And, you know, any artist or any opera singer or person who does Broadway or public speaker or anything like that that happens to be on stage a lot and can feel their adrenaline pumping due to the excitement of other people would tell you that it's a feeling that you can feel from the top of your hairline all the way down right to the tips of your feet that leaves out through your toes, and it's just something that you can't describe. And I would really take that feeling over anything in life. My least favorite part of the entertainment business would have to be the fact that it's really 95% business and 5% music, you know, 5% of the fun side of things, you know, and the other 95% is all work, and that's the part that the general public doesn't really see. They only really see the fun side of the whole game, and I wish I could change that, but that's kind of written in stone. And two, I guess just the fact that I feel people really think that they know you prior to actually knowing you, just due to the fact that they see you in entertainment. They feel like you're open to judgment and that you're public property, and I guess that comes with the game. But that's my least favorite thing about the entertainment industry. To me, the verdict was a complete and utter, blatant, just mismanagement of justice. And, you know, that's not the first time that we really seen this happen in the land of America, something along these lines, so we can't sit here and be surprised. But I really do feel it was a mismanagement of justice, and I feel that those jurors, more than anybody, are going to have to sleep with Trayvon Martin's face on their conscience. And I really just hope that Trayvon Martin's family can find peace. My thoughts on the N-word are that the word is there and it's just not going to go away. But if we're talking about the N-word being nigger, N-I-G-G-E-R, you know, that's a racial slur. That's something that they used to define slaves or people who were below human, as they would think back in the day, and someone who was socially, economically, or educationally disenfranchised. And I don't think that there's anybody on earth walking the planet today that fits the description of that word. So I don't think that anybody should use that word. In terms of the word nigger, N-I-G-G-A, that's a word that the hip-hop generation came up with to combat the racial slur, N-I-G-G-E-R, you know. and we kind of look at it from the standpoint of there's certain things I could say to my family member or someone that lives within my house that I would find offensive if someone else that didn't live in my house came in my house and said about my family member, you understand? So we just kind of look at it as the whole black community. We are one giant family, and these are all my brothers and sisters, and if you don't really come from this household, then it would kind of be a little disrespectful to use certain things against my brothers and sisters, certain words that may offend them. I would find it offensive. I think in like general society, the world we live in, it looks like it's pretty much etched in stone that white people can't use the word because it comes across racially. In the actual hip-hop culture in the generation, anybody who lived or grew up around the culture can use the word because they just grew up around it. So I think that's what really creates the difference. If someone didn't grow up or was never around the culture and they choose to use the word, that's when we find it disrespectful. But if someone really was within the culture, then it's not quite so disrespectful, but at the same time could be misunderstood. So I guess my message to all my white people who kind of do live the culture, I guess, is just kind of stay on the safe side and just don't use the word. My biggest inspiration musically, without a doubt, would have to be Michael Jackson. I don't think I would even do music if I didn't have his work to look up to as a child. But my inspiration comes from really everywhere, you know, from movies to other artists to books to just life in general, you know, just the things we see every day. So it's kind of hard to narrow it down to just one thing, but if I had to, my biggest musical influence would definitely be Michael Jackson. In terms of performance-wise and tours, we have been blessed enough to open for a lot of major hip-hop and R&B artists, all the way from Akon, Rihanna, Snoop Dogg, Pitbull. We just opened for Nelly a few weeks ago. Nas, if I already said that, Genuine, Keisha Shante, Cardinal Official. You know, the list really goes on. We've been blessed in terms of performance. In terms of the actual creative process, I got a record with Paige from Toronto and Stefano from UGO Crew and Drake, which was actually nominated for a Juno. It's called Still Fly. And I got another song which I'm featured on called Change, which is UGO Crew and Sean Kingston featuring myself. So look out for those records, you know. And also make sure you follow us on Twitter. You know, I'm at KL_promo. Follow me on Instagram at KL Music. That's KAYL Music. And you know, my Facebook page is facebook.com/KL Music. And you know, just follow me, man. Hit up my movement, man. I promise you'll be impressed. Yeah, I do actually. The new single I have is called Exit. And it's just a banger, a club banger, you know, and we're actually shooting a video for it in about 2 weeks. So, you know, to all my people out there, just waiting and anticipating, you know, we coming real soon.